All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Jets Afterburners podcast. I am your host, Liam, being joined by our backup co-host, Armand. Armand, how you doing?
Doing good because we're one day away from Jets Patriots.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Patriots are back in first place somehow. You know, it's like deja vu. Pretty crazy. I don't think anybody was expecting the Patriots to be this good this year.
No, and that's it's credit to Mike Vrabel and their quarterback. What team gave them their quarterback?
Yeah, that would be us. It's not the first time that we've done that for them, though. I mean, we gave them Tom Brady pretty much.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm looking at the win probability here. The Patriots are 89% favorites to win. The Jets are only 11%. I mean, that seems about right. The Jets are feeling good. I mean, they haven't lost a football game in 3 weeks now, if you think about it, if you want to include the bye.
That's our last
chance.
Loss. The bye is undefeated. Let's just call it what it is.
Right. We got a chat. We got a from Vinny. What's going on, guys? Where are you watching the game tomorrow night? I don't have Prime, so I'll be at Buffalo Wild Wings. I think I get the game. Vinny, you should get the game too. You live in New England.
Yeah, locally it will be on local channels like CBS here, like because they have to have it on locally even if it's on Prime.
Right. And since Vinny's in the New England area, he should get it. I'll be watching it at home. There we go. I'll just put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to call in, feel free to do so.
Oh, by the way, we are 12.5-point underdogs on one of the betting apps. We'll just call it the Blue Group, the Blue Bet Group page.
The Blue Group, yeah.
Unless you want to sponsor us, we will not say your name.
That's right. You got to pay us to talk about you. That's the way that this rolls.
Yes.
But take the points. Yeah.
Not with as many injuries that each team has.
Yeah, I mean, so just going into this game, what is your confidence level overall in the Jets going up against New England?
A 2.
A 2 out of 10?
Yesterday was a 2. Obviously with the news of Garrett being out.
Broken by Rich Cimini.
Yeah, it's broken by Rich Cimini. I might have to go down. I might go down to a 1.
Oh. So you have no confidence in this team?
I mean, without Garrett, we've relied heavily on Brees, and I don't see Brees having another Superman game back-to-back, especially on a short week.
That makes sense. I mean, I know the Patriots are kind of good at stopping the run. But, I mean, I guess if you do want to talk about an advantage for the Jets, you don't know what Mechie is. You don't know what A.D. Mitchell is on this team. So it's there is some question marks. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it's going to be hard for New England to
it's good for them, but we don't have a quarter. We have a quarterback that doesn't throw. And
well,
Yeah.
That's why I like this. Excuse me. That's why I like this question. I mean, this comment here. I think the Jets will start Fields on a short leash, but Justin Fields has to show something, and the Jets must limit the big plays from the Patriots and
I
get an
disagree
INT
with that.
0 in the air.
I disagree with the first half. I think doesn't have a short leash. This is if they were playing at MetLife, you could have a point. This game is in New England.
I see. I tend to agree. I mean, I don't know if they are going to, but I certainly agree. I want them on a short leash. Fields
He
cannot
should have
have 12 yards passing.
he should have been lost the starting job. But it's listen, this is Glenn's guy. This is who they chose to give 30 million guaranteed to. They guaranteed him the starting job.
Right. And he has been benched this year, but
Not for
it
long.
it's hard to bench him coming off a loss. I mean, we spoke about this Sunday. Not
Yeah.
saying that he shouldn't be, like we agree that he should be benched, but coming
But
off a loss, I guess it's kind of hard to justify that.
they've won 2 games.
Right. And you got to figure Garrett Wilson was like a non-factor in pretty much both of those games. No one cares. Giants bench Russell Wilson for Dart and now Winston. Well, they didn't bench Dart. Dart's hurt.
Yeah, 4 concussions.
I agree. I mean,
yes, they benched Dart for Wilson, yes, but remember, it took a long time because he had that game against the Cowboys week 2.
Right. Make the change now. They're not going to. I mean, I would roll with Fields for now, and but like I said, short leash. I would give him the first half. I mean, if you go into the half with 12 passing yards or something, like you're done.
And also Eagle Fang, Dable was on the hot seat. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dable was forced to bench Russ.
Yeah, he had to make a move.
Our coach is not on the hot seat. This is his first year. I hate to say it. Fields is starting, and he'll be in the game. I think he's going to start the whole game. I would be surprised if he gets benched. I do think he should get benched if he's playing poorly. I just don't see it. But
okay, so hypothetically,
according to Glenn, we could ask Rich Cimini because he knows the injuries. He probably knows the game plan. He's like the players and the coaches. He knows who's starting.
Right. So let me ask you this: what would you have to see from Justin Fields Thursday night to keep him in the game?
Throw the ball. I know Glenn talked about how he liked the deep pass from Fields, even though it got picked off. Took a chance and threw the ball. He could have held on to the ball and taken a sack. How many times have we seen him not throw the ball because he's scared? I just want to see him rip the ball, throw it. You got nothing to lose. We're 2-7.
Now, if let's say he does start ripping it, and going into the half, he has like 2 interceptions. Is that like a red flag? Like, do you care if the picks are there, or you just want to see him throw it and take the chances?
I want to see him throw it, take the chances, and let's see how bad are we down. Like, if we're double digits, you just keep him in the game. Like, if it's a blowout, why are you going to bench him? If it's a close game and the interceptions costed us points, you make the 100% case to bring in Tyrod. Like, if you're down 10 points and 2 interceptions costed us from kicking a field goal, to be down 7 or to at least catch a touchdown, then you have to bring Tyrod in to start the second half. And if Tyrod stinks, you just go back to Fields because it's pick your poison then. Or you wait till Tyrod gets hurt because that, like it or not, he's known to get hurt, at some point.
That's true, and if that's the case, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind seeing some Brady Cook. I really wouldn't.
Well,
I don't think that they're gonna. I don't because
we would need both quarterbacks to be ruled out of the game to get Brady Cook in the game.
Yeah. Well, don't they have the emergency quarterback?
That's the emergency quarterback. Fields would have to get injured, be ruled out, and then Tyrod would have to be injured and be ruled out for the game to go to QB3.
I think that would truthfully be Glenn's worst nightmare. I mean, like, he already hates having to deal, with 2 quarterbacks. Never mind 3. You start talking about Brady Cook every week.
And if Brady Cook performs well, let's hypothetically, the final 2 minutes of the third quarter, Tyrod is in, gets hurt because Fields got hurt by halftime. Both are ruled
Right.
out. Let's just say Brady Cook finishes the game with 130 passing yards, even if he just throws one interception. You saw better throws. Now it's going to be,
Yeah.
is it Brady Cook? Because you know Fields or Tyrod are going to be out.
Yeah. And see, like the frustrating thing with Fields is like we've seen flashes of like, he looks like he can play in this league. You saw week 1, you saw against Cincinnati where he's like letting it rip. It almost seems like he needs like a fire lit under him. Week 1, like I guess like that was just like that week 1 hype. And then like Woody Johnson comes out and
It's
says,
also Pittsburgh, the
right,
team
yeah.
that benched him and that didn't want to guarantee him the starting job to come back this year.
Well, hindsight's 2020. They weren't wrong. They weren't wrong. But so it's like you
But
have
who
that week
who
1.
who 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 brought that up in the offseason?
Hey, listen, I was trying to be optimistic because we have seen it around the league. Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, just to name a few. I know Geno sucks this year, but for the last couple of years, Geno is pretty much lighting it up. So it is possible. But like you said, we saw Pittsburgh week 1, and then a few weeks ago, when Woody Johnson comes out and says, "Yeah, Justin Fields sucks." That lit a fire under him. He needs to go back in his closet. He needs to cry, whatever he needs to do. Pray to the Lord, whatever you want to do. That's cool. But it's like unacceptable. You're not running,
Yes.
and like what it does is like it holds the team back. Like you don't know what Tanner Engstrand is now because he's not letting it rip. You don't know what your receivers are. Like you don't know what you have in this team, and it's week 11 because our quarterback is hindering us that much.
I'll say this, out of all the quarterbacks we've gone through, he's hindered us the most. The word. Like Zach.
More than
Yeah,
Zach, yeah.
yeah. I mean, at least Zach would throw the ball, even if he overthrew it or even underthrew it. At least he still threw the ball, and you saw flashes of arm talent from Zach.
Yeah, we have like that one deep pass to Garrett Wilson. That's like the only real arm talent that we saw from Justin Fields this year. We were jumping up and down when he threw a screen pass for that touchdown. A screen pass. It's like we're at the point in the season now where it's like we're just happy if the quarterback throws the ball. Like how
Yeah.
crazy does this sound? If the quarterback throws the ball, we're happy. We don't care if it's a bad throw. We don't care if it's an interception. We're going to be like, all right, he threw the ball. The quarterback.
Because like if he holds onto the ball too long and takes a sack, you see people breaking down the film and saying it's not just on Fields, it's on the offensive line. The offensive line is not supposed to hold the block for 10 seconds.
Right.
And Fields is mobile enough to where he could get out of the pocket and just run. We've seen him against the Dolphins, that broken play where he scrambled around the back and ran it all the way for a touchdown. We would take that. Get out of the box and just throw the ball away.
He just sits back there like a zombie. Yeah, he just stands back there. I don't understand. Like his bread and butter was like you have like a mobile quarterback. I want to see some like designed RPOs. If you're not gonna throw the ball, then like take off with it. And we're not even seeing that. He just kind of stands there and just takes the sack. And if you notice, like I guess he was like we were blaming the offensive line a little. Like you said, like they can't block for 10 seconds. And then Brees Hall goes on social media and he's like, yo, those are my dogs. He's like, I love what they're doing for me. And then the offensive linemen are like, oh yeah, we love blocking for you too, Brees. So it's totally Justin Fields' fault. Like there's nobody else to blame. So I guess just sticking with the offense for a little bit, Garrett Wilson obviously out. I expect to see some AD Mitchell and Mechie. What are you expecting from them? Like, do you have any expectations for them going into tomorrow night's game?
I gotta go with low expectations because of Fields and his scared of throwing the ball. And also, like it or not, Lazard's going to be active for this game. I would be surprised if they keep him inactive.
Yeah, I would be too, actually, especially with Garrett out. I would be too.
Yeah, and like it or not, Lazard is good at blocking, so it's an extra blocker,
True.
especially if Fields could throw a screen pass to Brees again and take it to the house.
That'd be nice. I mean, we're not asking for much. We're asking for a screen pass. You know, it doesn't get any easier than that. Like the guy goes 5 yards away from you. You just dump it off to him. But so I noticed last week too. Like Mason Taylor, was a non-factor. He will be playing this week. Like, what are your
It's
expectations
another,
for?
it's another hindrance with Fields. It's another guy we can't really say is he developing as a pass catcher in this offense.
He seems to be. I mean, like he looks like the real deal. Do you have any expectations for Mason
But
Taylor?
when it comes to the passing game, it's all low expectations because it's all on Justin Fields. I'd probably have higher expectations if Tyrod was in the game, or even if Brady Cook was getting the start, because I think those two guys would not be afraid to throw the ball.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And then with Brees Hall, I mean, like, I want to say he's going to have a big game, but like, especially like with their run defense, I don't know. I mean, like this could be like a real recipe for disaster. Do you?
They're going to try to take out all our running backs, whether it's Isaiah Smith, Brees, and Nwangu if he gets some snaps, like 5 snaps.
Yeah, that's true. I
I
don't know
mean,
what we're going to see from him.
I mean, tomorrow we might be banking on special teams again to get us good field position.
Yeah, I was just going to say it could be a big game for special teams. They should line up Taylor as they did with Quincy E with Yanunwa as a tight end wide receiver hybrid. Yeah, I do like that idea. And then keep like Jeremy Ruckert as like your passing tight end. I don't know if Ruckert's going to be here next year. I like Ruckert though. I mean, like, it seems like he does his role well. Like he's actually been catching a couple of passes too. I mean, not many, but like when his number is called, he's doing his job.
I would keep Ruckert more. I would keep him here next year, but as tight end 3, the guy that probably blocks a lot more, especially down the goal line.
Yeah. What's
Maybe
go ahead.
maybe you look in free agency for a tight end 2. Maybe that's I haven't looked at free agencies. I think it's still too early because you got everybody that has transition tags and franchise tags, so it's hard to look at NFL free agency in November.
Right.
I know there's the report from ESPN that brought up Brees could get 4 years, $48 million, but they're saying that the Ravens and Tyler Lindenbaum, the center, are far apart from an extension. Yeah, that's far apart now in November.
Right.
That could change January, and I believe he's going to get tagged. Like I believe 100% they would tag him.
Linderbaum, you're talking about?
Yeah, Baltimore would tag him to keep him.
What's the deal with Stone Smart? Is he hurt?
I have no
I don't
clue.
know, right? Like
because they don't use him, or they don't even use Jelani Woods. Jelani Woods hasn't been active I think a few games.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole like Stone Smart thing. It's like, is he even still on the team? Like, I don't know. You just don't hear from him ever.
I think that's on. I think that's on Glenn. That's on Angstrand. If they're going to use him or not.
He's a Muji guy too. Muji bought him in. Like they paid him, and he's
you claimed Jelani Woods off the waivers when he got cut.
Yeah,
when it was Isaiah Likely is staying with the Ravens. If a Raven tight end was to be let go, it would be Mark Andrews. Remember, we all thought he was going to get let go after the playoff
when he dropped.
And that was like the rumor going around, like he was going to get cut or he would be a trade piece in the offseason. And we all said, you bring him in to go along with Mason Taylor. I could see Mark Andrews being a solid tight end 2 here with Mason Taylor.
I like that a lot. I like Mark Andrews. I'm a big Mark Andrews fan, to be honest. But I really think that Mason Taylor's the real deal. I like that kid. I think he could do it all.
I like him too. Let's just hope we have a quarterback next year that's going to get him the damn ball.
Yeah. but even like in like the short sample size that we have of him, like he looks legit. And I'm sure Mark Andrews is going to be pretty expensive.
Well, I think if he's a cap casual, I don't know because I think he's up there in age, and I don't think teams are gonna. Now you might see him get like a 3-year deal, but remember, NFL contracts are all about the guarantee and how you spread out that guarantee. So like if he gets a 3-year deal from a team, we'll use the Jets as the example. That guarantee might be within the first year or the first 2 years, so it's essentially just a 2-year deal.
It's a good point, but anyway, we're kind of getting off track here. We're talking about
Let's
Kyler Murray
let's
and
yeah.
yeah, Jets Patriots Eagle Fang Jets Patriots. No, I'm just kidding. We talk about whatever we want, but anyway, I'm going to bring up the injury report here for the Jets. I know it's a little blurry. I could read it off here too. We got AZ Thomas with the concussion. I think that's a big loss.
Yes.
That's definitely a big loss.
Because
And
he would have been going up against Diggs.
Diggs, yeah. Do you know who's his replacement?
I'm probably gonna say it might be you'll probably see Stevens on the outside.
Yeah.
Maybe Oliver plays corner. We're good. We're gonna be so thin at corner.
Yeah. I like what the hell's that kid's name? Who's the kid?
Stiggers.
Stiggers, yes. I kept wanting
But
to say
he probably will be active, but I could see him playing the slot.
yeah.
I
Yeah, I
don't,
could too.
unless they dire need to play him on the outside.
But yeah, Ozare Thomas is definitely a big loss. Garrett Wilson, again, another big loss. Harrison Phillips, we don't know if he's playing. He's dealing with a foot injury.
Yeah, he was limited today and yesterday, according to Tyson on his show with Ian Jed Central. He said that Dennis Wozniak tweeted out yesterday that Phillips was in a walking boot, but
Oh,
obviously
great.
that was yesterday. That changed today because he was limited participant. But tell you the truth, I would sit Phillips because I want to see more Mozzie Smith and more. Is it Briggs?
Yep.
I want to see the two young guys get more snaps in the interior because that will tell us a lot if we need to bring in another defensive tackle via the draft next year. Because you could bring in another veteran if they
Yeah.
can hold their own the rest of the season.
Yeah, I like Mozzie Smith. I mean, just from like the small, I did watch like some of his highlights. He looks pretty good.
He's a run stopper. I
Yeah.
think he was asked to do too much in Dallas, especially being a first round pick.
Yeah. And then the other one, Will McDonald, dealing with a quad. I expect him to play. I mean, I don't see him not playing. I'd be very
I,
surprised.
I agree. I could see him having limited snaps. Maybe they just use him on blitz packages just to with that quad, because God forbid if he goes down, we're screwed.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jermaine Johnson and nobody, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Braden McGregor with the shoulder. I don't know. I mean, like he might be like a nice like rotational piece.
Yeah.
Herbert. I don't expect much from him. Truthfully, no offense. Xavier Newman. I don't. Somebody else. I don't expect much. And then Kiko. I feel like every week Kiko's hurt. Like every week, this guy is dealing with something. Now it's like another concussion. Like when did this concussion happen? I don't even like remember him getting hurt in the game.
But isn't that why Quincy came in?
Oh yes, maybe that's a good point.
That
That was all nonsense anyway. Quincy's the starter. That's just my opinion. Are you able to pull up the Patriots one?
I have it on my phone.
Okay.
So the Patriots have 4 guys that are out. Keyshawn Booty with a hamstring, a wide receiver, linebacker Christian Ellis with a hip injury, tight end Austin Hooper with a concussion. He is out, and running back Ramondre Stevenson. He has a toe injury, which is keeping him out. Josh Farmer, defensive lineman, has an ankle injury. He is questionable for the game. He did not practice today.
They have
Running
a lot of
back,
injuries.
Terrell Jennings with a knee. He's questionable. He was limited today. Also, it looks like Jack Gibbons, a linebacker, has a hamstring, but he was a full participant today in practice. So they got 4 guys out. The Jets have 2, possibly 3 guys out. Well, if you add Phillips, but the 2 of the guys, it's all 3 are key pieces for the Jets this year.
And I'm also seeing on the injury report that you sent me that Travion Henderson is dealing with a knee injury. I expect him to play though. He was a full participant Tuesday.
Yes, like everybody after I just read Gibbons was a full participant. That's why I expect all those guys to play in some way, shape, or form.
I think you said Stevenson's out.
Ramondre is out. Yes, yeah. Ramondre is out. He's out. So it would be the Trayvon Henderson show.
I as much as I hate the Patriots and all that, that'd be good for my fantasy team. He's one of my fantasy running backs, so I'm like, all right, maybe they run it down our throat and we could still win the game. That's like the best case scenario, especially when I deal with this. But so let me ask you this, just like switching over to like the Patriots for a little. What scares you the most about the Patriots right now?
I would say Diggs and the receiving core, even with losing Booty, it just looks like they are a firehouse, firepower. Drake May leading the charge.
That kid's the real deal. He's like, I think he's like the favorite to win MVP right now.
It's him and Matthew Stafford are going neck and neck for the MVP.
I'd give it to Stafford, but I'm also biased. But I mean, in his second year, like the kid's lighting it up. You got to give him his props. As much as I hate to do it, but this is a Jet channel, so I want to talk about the Jets more. F the Patriots. I don't know if I almost called him Six Wings. Six Rings is watching. I'd like him to come on tonight. It'd be cool to kind of get like a Patriots fan perspective.
Yeah,
that'll set Johnny Boy off though. But just sticking to like the Jets defense a little bit. I think Quincy Williams, that whole benching thing, I think that was nonsense. I don't think he was ever actually going to be benched. I don't know, I don't know what caused it. Like they never came out and said like what the issue was.
Yeah, there was nothing really said why. I saw one speculation that maybe he was told he was going to be traded, and he talked his mouth, and other teams that were inquiring about him heard that he was talking behind closed doors to being happy to be traded, because obviously he's going to be a free agent after the season. That maybe that like, whoa, like we don't want that, like, because remember there was the rumor of him going with Quinn into Dallas. Yeah. And maybe Dallas got wind of something that Quincy said, and they were like, nope. And they went and they traded for the Logan Wilson from the Bengals.
Yep. That does seem like it was supposed to be Quincy. It's just kind of weird that it's not. And then like all of a sudden he like loses his starting job. But I think if anything, it lit a fire under him. He was playing lights out the other day. So
yeah. Especially with all the pregame speech he was given. If you showed up today, you better show out today.
I don't know. I don't know if you watch like the SNY pregame show. I think it was Damian Woody came out and like they kind of like work for like the Jets. Like yes, like they do criticize them when it's deserved, but like for like the most part, like they're like green goggles guys. And they were saying
I usually watch the postgame show.
At the pregame show, they were saying that was like one of the worst like hype like motivational speeches that they've ever heard. They're like, play? They're like, we're ready to go to sleep. But so just like looking at our defense, like what do you think the strengths are going against New England? Like what do you think like there's some weaknesses that we could exploit?
Their offensive line, if you could blitz, especially if Jermaine and McDonald can, beside like blitzing like a linebacker, blitzing maybe a nickel corner. Maybe Jermaine and Will McDonald don't have to be blitzed, but they can just get a pass rush somewhat to show Drake May some pressure.
Right.
Because we're going in backs against the wall, nothing to lose. No number one receiver, no starting corner. Like
It's rough.
it is like, and it's a short rest. This was the worst time to lose Az Thomas and even Garrett.
And I still do agree with like trading Sauce, but like so far, I mean, it's kind of like backfired on them so far. You know, not necessarily backfired. Like not at like face value, but just like the injuries, like like you said, it came at like such a bad time. But I mean, luckily we do play them again. Maybe we could find a way to split with them. I mean, like I know that like it's very unlikely, but like I'm still pulling for a win. I love divisional games. Like I want to wipe the division, beat those Patriots. Do you think that this could be like a situation where maybe this could be a trap game? Like maybe like they're overlooking us a little bit.
If I knew who they were playing next week,
I could find that out.
I'll double check. I got it.
Yeah, Eagle Fingers talked about Sauce Gardner. Yeah, I mean he hasn't been great over there. Sauce was overrated a little bit. I mean, I did like Sauce. Oh, they're playing the Ravens next week.
No, New England is playing the Bengals next week.
Oh, so I mean,
I don't think they're going to overlook us.
I don't think so either. I thought maybe like if they had like a
If
tougher opponent.
if they had a tougher opponent, I'd say this: if they were playing the Chiefs, I could see that 100%.
Oh, Johnny Boy's in this. I thought we are beating the Patriots. I don't know where Six Rings is at tonight, Johnny. It's an unusual Wednesday edition of the Jets Afterburners. Eagle Fang still views this game as a trap game. I mean, hey, crazier things have happened. I mean, on a short week, anything could happen. Any given Thursday.
Yeah.
But I would love nothing more than to beat the Patriots. But I mean, just being fair, it doesn't look likely. It really doesn't. Especially going up to Foxborough.
I could see it being a close game. Maybe we, lose by 7. But like, it's going to take a miracle from Justin Fields again. Because did we really expect him to have the game he did against Cincinnati?
Right.
Because that's 2 games in the season that he's had. Like you brought up week 1 against the Steelers and that game.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, like he's been like pretty much unplayable. So that's really like a deciding factor, like which Justin Fields is showing up, in my opinion.
And I would go with this past Sunday's Justin Fields.
Usually it seems like coming off of a bad game, like he bounces back with like a great game. But I don't know if he feels like he had a bad game. I mean, like they won, like that might be good enough where he's like, hey, like I did my part, But Aaron Glenn said in the press conference, he's like, I know that the offense has a lot of work to do. But taking away like your best pass catcher, like that just doesn't help means. And then especially playing, like I said earlier, a team that's good at stopping the run. That's just like it's kind of like a recipe for disaster. I want to see a lot of Mason Taylor. I mean, Alan Lazard, as much as like we criticize him, he's like a decent 3. I mean, like if you throw a couple balls to him, he might be able to catch them. Just start off fast, start off fiery, I want to see the Jets get the ball first. Start the game.
I think you'll agree with me, Liam. We would rather see our receivers get a ball thrown to them, even if they drop it, instead of our quarterback holding the ball for 10 seconds and taking a sack.
And not even scrambling. Like that's the biggest thing.
Yes, not getting out of the pocket.
And we have a good offensive line. Like I don't know how much better you want this offensive line to be. It's like they're doing their job.
Yes.
Like it looks like Joe Flacco standing back. Like that's who he reminds me of. Like old man Joe Flacco, just statue quarterback.
Yeah, but Flacco would actually throw the ball.
That's true. Yes, he would. He would hang on to it for 10 seconds.
I mean, like it or not, if we had this year's Flacco with us, you remember my nickname for him.
Is it appropriate?
I'll say Fudjo Flacco.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Right, because like if we had this year's Flacco, we would have a better offense. He would get the ball to Mason Taylor. He would get it to Lazard. He would get it to the receivers.
So, what are your stat predictions for Brees Hall tomorrow? Do you see Brees maybe like breaking out and having a big game, even though that the Patriots defense is known for stopping the run?
I'm going to be respectful to Brees, but I'm also going to show much respect to the Patriots defense. I say he will have 40 rushing yards.
Uh, that stinks.
But I could see him having a combination game where 40 rushing yards and let's just say maybe 30 receiving yards. Maybe he does break out a screen pass for 30 yards, so it's like 70 yards total. But I don't see him having the Superman game back to back weeks, especially on short rest.
Yeah, then no, that's true. But I mean, like, he's saying all the right things in the media. He's smiling. He's thanking everybody. He's doing the right thing. So, like, I don't think that we're like getting a disgruntled Brees, and we all agree that he
Externally,
wants
we're not getting
right.
externally, you know. Internally, he's probably upset that they didn't trade him, but he's also like, okay, I'm going to show up to the games, I'm going to show up to practice, and I'm going to show out in the games as much as I can, as much as the defense is going to allow me to, so he can get his payday.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, he might have like a little bit of extra motivation. He might have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because he wants out in the worst way. And especially, like he could look back at this game and say, like, yes, I did X, Y, and Z against a good run defense team. So that could be something that like motivates him. I don't know, but it's so hard to like predict a game like this because like you just don't know which team you're getting. You don't know what quarterback you're getting. Garrett Wilson out, like so, like you just don't know what you're getting with this Jets team. Are
We
they
we
gonna
don't we don't even know if Phillips is going to play, you
right?
know. And I said to keep him out just so we could get more look at Mozzie Smith and Briggs for the
Yeah,
interior because that will dictate if you're going to use a draft pick on a defensive tackle or use some of the 94 million and bring in a veteran defensive tackle, to pair with Phillips because that might be the smarter idea. And I'm not saying sign a starting defensive tackle veteran, but just a guy that's like could be DT4 as def but as a veteran. So like you would have Phillips and
as the starter, yeah.
veteran defensive tackle to go with Mozzie Smith and Briggs as your two young guys.
That might be a good idea, especially, that would give like Briggs like some coaching too, some additional coaching from a player just learning from a veteran. I always think that's a great idea. I love the idea of like young players sitting and getting that experience. I like it
Speaking
with
of
the quarterbacks too.
yeah, speaking of extensions, and obviously we'll go through this as the season goes on and we get into the off season. But
Mhm.
if we had to give out one extension, I'm gonna bring so the two people I'm gonna bring up is Brees, obviously, and the other player who will be going into the last year of his deal. And just like Brees, I could see him holding out, but I would rather pay him. Is Jermaine Johnson
Oh,
because Jermaine's going into his fifth
you
year
really think
rookie
Jermaine
deal.
Johnson would hold out?
Yes, because he's going to the last year of his deal. He's going. You think he's going to want to play on that? Because think about the injuries. Even though he's going to have that salary guaranteed, he's going to want at least some security.
Hmm.
And I would rather pay the edge rusher
I
than
get
pay the
that.
running back because then like we're
I
creating
just feel
two
like
holes.
Brees is. I mean, I could see Brees wanting anywhere between 8 to 12 mil a year, and that's even if he wants the contract from me. Like he might take a little bit less to go play for another team. Like just to get out of here.
And that's going to be the
So
toughest question. Who do you extend? And yes, they could extend both. We're not saying they can't, but you got to
right.
sometimes pick who you want to extend and
And
what
who's
is
like more
more
of like a team player?
and who's more important and what position is more positional value matters in the NFL. And I hate to say it, folks, the edge rusher tops the running back.
Even with Will McDonald. I
Yeah,
like having like the depth there. And it is easier to replace a running back. I just feel like Brees is special, man. Like, I don't know if it's just me and I'm wearing like, jet colored glasses, but it would hurt to see Brees go. But I mean, I get it. Like, he hasn't cracked 1,000 yards this season. He has injury history. He's not happy here. So the scale does tip like more towards him leaving. I mean, like, unless like they overpay for him, which I don't think is worth it, truthfully. Like, I wouldn't overpay for Brees. Like, 12 is my absolute limit. And I don't even necessarily feel comfortable 12. Jermaine Love with the Colts pick all day.
That's the running back from
What are
Notre
you,
Dame.
yep. What are your thoughts on him? Like, would you be opposed to bringing him in, drafting him? I don't want to
I
create
don't.
like another hole. That's the whole thing.
No,
It's like
no.
we already have
I
holes.
don't. I don't want to take a running back with the first round pick. And I get we have 2 first round picks, but we have 2 second round picks. Now, if you said to me, let's say the Jets with the 2 picks, the first round picks, they sticked and picked. Let's just say they went. Let's just say they went quarterback with the first pick, and let's say with the Colts pick, let's say they went offensive line to surprise everybody. Let's say they took a guard, right?
Right.
Because Simpson might be
Baby
gone.
P. Yeah.
Or you know what? Let's say they took a guard and let's say to play left guard because you're going to keep Tittman at right guard. You could have, and let's say Jeremiah Love is still on the board in the first round, right? Let's say it's at pick 29, right? I'd offer the team at pick 29. Matter of fact, I'm gonna. The team with the 29th pick is Seattle. Let's say Seattle will give you the 2 second round picks we have for pick 29. So now you're back with 3 first rounders, and you took the running back, no problem. Remember, Joe Douglas tried to trade back up into the first round after he took Jermaine Johnson,
right,
to get Brees Hall, and that would have been because that was Garrett. Yeah, it was Garrett. Was Sauce, Garrett, and Jermaine.
Right.
If he traded back up into the first, that would have been 4 first rounders.
He was trying to. That was Gibbs' year too, right? Like, wasn't he trying to get Gibbs that year too?
No. Gibbs was the year we took Will McDonald.
Oh,
remember
right.
We made the trade. We made the trade with the Packers to bring in Rodgers.
Right. Yep.
Because we remember we all said we wanted offensive line and we wanted the guy that went to the Steelers because the
Broderick Jones, yeah.
Broderick Jones. The Lions took Gibbs at 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we wanted the offensive line for Rodgers. And I still, bringing in like a quarterback like that, I still think that was the right pick. Well, let me rephrase it. I think offensive line would have been the right pick. Now, hindsight's 2020. I don't regret drafting Will McDonald. I didn't know much about Will McDonald.
No,
nobody.
Nobody did unless you're like a diehard scouting guy that's doing this. Like if you're Connor Rogers from SNY that does the scouting for the players, right. Like you have to be, yeah.
I just remember like everyone going, "Who?" And then I started
I know people said they should have taken JSN.
Mm-hmm.
Like folks, like it or not, he would have been another receiver that was ignored by Rodgers.
Yeah, if your name's not Devontae Adams, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
now looking at it today, though, JSN and Garrett Wilson, like that's money. But like, who knows, like how he would have turned out, like on the Jets,
Think about it. Him and Garrett would have been disgruntled, and pick your poison of which receiver is getting an extension.
Yeah, that's true.
And think about this: one of them would have been JSN would have been traded at this year's deadline.
Probably. But anyway, so just like reeling it back in here a little bit, you have no confidence that they're winning this game.
No, I don't think that. I don't think they're going to get blown out. I will say they lose by 10 points, but it's also like we could all say like It's going to be a close game. They won't get blown out. And it's also how you get to the 10 points, right? Right. Like if we get if we're down 27-10 with with a minute 30 left and we get in the fourth quarter and we just get a touchdown and there's 1:10 left, do we really expect them to come back? Because it's 27-17. It's like a garbage time touchdown.
Right. So you think we're going to score in garbage time?
Fields makes it so hard. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Special teams. We need special teams, and I don't know if this special teams hands off to Awangu and is it Williams?
Yeah, Isaiah Williams.
I don't see them having another game of having 2 returns for touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to bet on.
We might have a game where we might see Nick Folk kick 5 field goals. We're so erratic. It's tough to say.
Can I let you in on another little secret? He's my fantasy kicker.
Oh, God.
So it could be a good thing for me. I could have a very strong Thursday night. Yep. Was that the goat? The screaming goat?
Yeah.
That's funny. But all right, so just wrapping it up here. Oh, Johnny boy, why does that matter though? You win just by winning. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll take the win any way you can, especially over the no good New England Patriots. Don't get me wrong. But so just getting ready to wrap it up here. I think we've pretty much covered every aspect of this. What is your final score prediction?
I will say, as much as I said they'll lose by 10, I'll say 27. I was 27-17.
I was gonna get ready to wrap it up here, but our boy is here. We got Johnny from Bedell Street in the house. Johnny Hempstead, how you doing?
Hey, man. Old stomping grounds there, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what up, Liam? What up, Armand? So I had a quick question I'm going to ask you guys. Do you believe or do you guys think that the fact that Garrett Wilson is not going to play helps Justin Fields spread the ball around instead of just completely zoning in on just Garrett Wilson every single time? They're trying to force feed it to him. Because if you noticed, even though it was the Bengals and a couple of the whatever, he was spreading the ball around. He was looking for Mason Taylor more. He was doing the checkdowns. He was getting the ball to the other individuals. Or is that just me overthinking stuff?
It should help him, Johnny, but it's you overthinking, because I know you've admitted you were wrong about Fields, but there's a deep desire in you. I think there's a deep desire in all of us that we want to see the Cincinnati and Pittsburgh Justin Fields. Like I said earlier when we started, I'd rather see him throw the ball, even if if he throws an interception, instead of him holding on to the ball for 10 seconds and taking a sack. Because he's not even scrambling out of the pocket. If he was scrambling and getting out of the pocket and getting sacked, I could say, okay, he's trying to do something. I would rather see him do the broken play against Miami and run for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Do you guys
stay in the pocket for 10 seconds and taking a sack?
Do you guys remember when the last time he played New England? It was probably one of his more better games that he had, because he was actually throwing the ball and utilizing his legs. Do you think
he beat them too?
He beat them, yeah.
It was at Chicago.
Yeah, it was Monday night against. And
that was against Belichick. I remember
Belichick too.
Yep. That was also a way different team than what we're dealing with right now, though, with these Patriots, to be fair. And I don't know what it is. I mean, running was his bread and butter. I want to see some RPOs and stuff, and he's just not running. I don't know what it is. He's not doing anything.
It's also a combination of Angstrom not calling RPOs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's so hard to evaluate what Angstrom is, because the quarterback he just does nothing.
Well,
he's just stuck in the mud.
Do you think so? In the last game, he tried to run
A
until
few
that
times,
one
yeah.
sliding one, and he got smacked again in the head.
That was
Do
the roughing the
you
passer or unnecessary roughness, whatever they called.
do you think that when stuff like that happens, it kind of like, oh crap, I don't want to get a concussion again, and he's playing with that fear that comes along. Like he gets smacked one time really good, he's like,
Yeah, we don't. I see what you say because you don't want the Jackson Dart because he has
Yeah.
4 concussions now. But I would just tell him, you know what, Justin? Instead of running and sliding, just run to out of bounds. If you gain a yard, if you gain 2 yards, so be it. Right? Just
Now,
make sure you just run out of bounds.
now, as boring as his performance was, I wonder if maybe it was like Angstrom and Glenn saying just cruise control. Like we already had the 14 points, we were up. Like Cleveland wasn't really opposing, like they weren't really like doing anything to challenge us. Like they were just kind of stuck in the mud. So it could have been Angstrom and AG just saying peel it back a little, conservative football, just ride the storm out.
don't lose us the game.
It,
It's
it,
essentially
it
what it
very well
is,
could have been that.
and that's what I saw.
Right.
So what's up, Afram?
Hey, Ephraim.
It's one of those where it was like, yes, well, we are expecting special teams to do that. No, we weren't. But you know what? It happened, and it gave us those leads, and it gave us a spark. And sometimes that's what you need, and then just don't lose the game. Dude, that last, what is it? I think when they got the ball again, and I was expecting it, I was like, they're coming back. Like it's in my brain. It's a constant
Yeah.
PTSD of the New York Jets that I think we're gonna lose. Like, yes, this is awesome, but we're gonna lose. Something's gonna happen and all
Mhm.
that. And said and done, they do the penalties. It
Yeah,
was
like
them that normally gets the penalties when it's usually us that's giving up on these penalties, and we're just like bumping our head
And
on the wall.
and
like
Cleveland's defense, even on the sacks, on the rush, like they never tried to get the ball out to create turnovers.
like there was no way that like they were gonna jump off sides, right? I mean, like
Correct.
everyone knew that the Jets weren't running a play, and then they did, and you're like, holy crap.
And you got Brees Hall that ran how much yardage did he have in that
Or
second?
that screen pass was like 40 something yards.
42 yards, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like you got that, and then I mean Brees Hall was gashing him.
Yeah, he was. But I'm gonna wrap up in about 8 minutes or so. We'll get a couple words from Afram.
From
I gotta be in work really early tomorrow, like earlier than usual. Not happy about that. 5 a.m.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
it's chunk change. Right after, I used to have to wake up at 3 in the morning and be in for work at 4.
I had it one time. For right around Christmas time, I was on the road at 3:30 to be in at 5. I worked over an hour and a half away. That kind of sucked. And then nobody else showed up on time. I was always the only one there, like on time.
Don't worry about everyone else. Don't worry about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't get in without the other guy. The other guy had the key.
That's a different story. But regardless, you showed up on time.
That's right. But yeah, I got a big service tomorrow. I got to power up some trailers. It's gonna be fun. But anyway, that's my personal life. That's my business. But anyway, so
Afram, what's
going on,
yours for the game tomorrow?
Yeah, what are you expecting?
Expecting we'll play well on defense for a certain amount of time, but this kid is just reluctant to. He's just in his head. I think he's too concerned, worried about making a mistake, and he doesn't want to take a chance on anything. So until he wakes up, or
would you rather just see him air it out, even if that does mean throw a few?
We've been asking for that since day one.
How crazy does it sound? We're just asking for the quarterback to throw the ball. Like that's all we're asking. It's like asking Brees Hall it's like asking like the running back to run.
But they know that, and they blitz. They'll blitz the shit out of them.
That is the key. I mean, if you're the Patriots defense, throw the kitchen sink at the quarterback.
Just fling a toss it to check it down to someone right away. Whatever. It's they're gonna do that to him tomorrow. I guarantee you, they're gonna come fast and frequent. And
Now,
unless he, roll him to the side, slide the line over,
well,
do
that's the thing
something.
is like he's not even running. He's just standing back there. Would you put him on a short leash tomorrow?
I would have not started him tomorrow.
Well,
That's the
you're
kind
a
of leash I would give him.
you're a
Sit,
logical person, but
sit.
The voice of reason.
That's it.
I
You
wish
want
they
to
would
win,
use them.
or you don't want to. You want to give your best chance to win. He's not the answer. He's proven he's not the answer. So what are you wasting time with him for?
that's
100%.
Glenn's guy. I mean, I'm not justifying it, but he's Glenn's guy.
But what are you gaining? You haven't done nothing to trigger him to do the job. He's not showing it.
It's
Sooner or
called
later,
Glenn
you have-
being stubborn.
It's
He's
Glenn.
trying to be
Yeah.
Parcells. Parcells
It-
being
Parcells didn't do anything to anyone. He just either motivated him or he changed him out.
yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Gave him a chance. He didn't do it. Goodbye. Bring the next guy up.
I know he shouldn't care, but he does care about like the media. That's why he starts off his press conference every day. Don't ask me about the quarterback. He is just like petrified of like the quarterback. Like he doesn't want to admit that there's a competition. He doesn't want to admit that Justin Fields isn't the guy. I think.
I
You know?
don't care what happens in the media. I really don't.
He doesn't. He doesn't owe them anything, and these are the same people that wanted this dude fired. Bro, I would have been pissed off too if, for example, let's just say you got a business deal going on, all right, and this business deal you're looking forward to letting people know about it. You want to be the one to say it, right? And then you get Armand that comes on the show. You're not on it. He breaks it on the show, and you were waiting for Friday to go ahead. You're gonna be pissed off. You're gonna be like, "Yo, Armand, like, why don't you just ask Armand? He knows it already. He said it to you guys already." That's how I take the stuff, and like, I think it's funny that people care so much about what the like. Oh man, they're being so mean to the media.
Yeah,
Come on,
Who cares?
Belichick was known for being mean to the media.
Well, Belichick didn't give any answer. He would just be stoic and like, we're
I don't
on
think
to the
it's-
next game.
Glenn
I
doesn't.
don't
really
hear
give
this. Well,
many
he
answers.
won, so he could do it. What's the difference whether he won or not, and he could do it? You know.
Yeah, that's
Bottom
true.
line is, they protect each other in the media. They have to write stories. That's what they make their living. No one owes them anything at this point. Either write your story or don't write your story.
The ending of that press conference got me
When
when he was
Rossini
like,
dropped that bomb about that Rogers had a list of people he wanted this and that, and he denied it. She came out and said my sources were solid, and he said lose my number. They didn't say anything bad about her, and she's been known to make up stories too.
right.
That's been proven, but they don't say anything about that because it's one of their own. So something, you lose credibility that way as well. So if you don't want to put if you want to be fair, you got to be fair both ways. And they're not.
I don't really think Samini said anything like that out of line though. Like he heard that players were injured, and it come to find out he was right.
It's not. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that someone leaked out. And he just took it out on Samini.
And he should take it out. And my thing was he should take it out on the leaker, not the reporter.
But he doesn't know who.
But does it make a difference? What are you so concerned about the reporter for?
Right.
What do you know? I'm not being nasty about it. I said, what are you so concerned about how he reacts to a reporter?
I'm saying he should be more upset with who leaked it.
That's fine. He probably is upset with that.
The reporter reporting
it. He's just he probably doesn't want to say anything about it, but he's forced to be up on the podium. He probably doesn't want to even do these press conferences.
Yeah,
no coaches want to do it, but they're forced to go.
Exactly. So do it the way they want to do it at that point.
Yeah, your team is 2-7.
Yeah.
You think he's happy with that? And first and foremost, right, dude. Aaron Glenn has been this same way since he was a player. Go look back at some of his interviews when he was interviewed as a player. He was the same way, man. Like that's the thing. Like people are just like, oh, he's being so mean to them. Bro, come on, man. Like we're talking about reporting of a press conference. Like it doesn't matter. It's stupid.
You say he looks bad. He's like, I don't think he cares whether he looks bad or not.
He looks bad. He's coaching a 2-7 team more
That's right.
than
He's
The ending of that press conference got me. Oh well, Rich Samini's not here. Well, you better call him. that kind of got me.
it.
I mean, but it's the truth, right?
Yeah.
You guys are new. You guys are trying to get me caught up in these answers that you guys already know about. Dude, how many of these reporters say the same question and just say it in a different way? And he's like, dude, you already asked me this. Like, why are you asking me?
I already answered it.
Yeah, like,
as I already said, I'd go ask Samini. He knows everything.
It's so funny.
That's what I mean. Like, I think it.
If they don't get it from him, they're going to get it from someone else. But, at some point, you find out who the leak is and you make an example of that person and fire them.
And Afram and Liam and Armand, right? How upset are a lot of these reporters that they can't find stuff?
That's what it is. Yeah, they're so used to teeing off on the Jets, and the whole thing with Saleh taking the cell phones. Like they live. Woody Johnson with the Madden ratings, and like they live for this.
Do you remember?
This is where they make their money.
Do you remember the Joe Benigno?
Their clickbait and everything.
Do you remember that with the whole Saleh stuff?
Yeah, with the number and the text. Yeah, yep.
And he thought he had a friend in that dude, and that dude just was like,
"Oh, that was Beningo."
Yeah, Joe
that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't want to get caught up in none of that stuff. Like
he's better off. He's better off just staying to himself. That's what you got to be. Like learn from Saleh. Saleh wanted to be everybody's best friend, and look what happened. They all turned their back. Not saying whatever, but in Saleh's eyes, like they turned their back on him. In a way, like Joe B was kind of a piece of crap for that.
Nothing is owed to them. Nothing is owed to them.
But anyway,
to provide them information.
Getting back on track, so Johnny, what are your expectations for tomorrow's game?
I just want to be competitive, man. Dude, if we could get a W, awesome. But I also don't want to get dog walked either. I want it to be competitive. I want it to be there.
You don't want to be embarrassed on national TV.
I mean, dude, and I know our record Thursday nights are not good. So other than what I think maybe last year.
We had a good record on Thursday night, Sunday and Monday.
Do we?
Yeah.
We just don't have a good record in general.
Do you think though, let's just say we do win. Does that start bringing more and more noise and brings people back onto the
I think so. I think tomorrow, if we win, that's going to pay huge dividends for the fan base, for the team, everybody. The fans are gonna be rolling high. Everyone's gonna be loving Glenn.
Yeah, if they beat him, that shows that what he's doing is working.
And it would be, it's yes, I get it. We're kind of playing the guys in our weight class, with the Browns and the Bengals, and we're beating those teams. You go out and you beat
New England.
Yeah. That's true. But if you go out and beat a team like New England that's flying high, Drake May, in the MVP category, one of the best records in the league, that's a huge statement game on primetime TV.
That's also look at where the standings are. Right now, everybody's talking about how a 2-7, we're so many games out of a wild card spot.
I think 3.
Yeah, if we're 3-7, where's that going to put us in the standings?
Oh yeah, the best ever. Dude, and that's the thing too. The other stuff too is, their defense was not a bad defense. The Browns, and that's not really being talked about like that.
Yeah, Myles Garrett was silenced.
Yeah. So it's stuff that you could continue to keep building off of. I mean, did he get a sack? Yeah. I mean, it's Myles Garrett.
And that was on Fields'. That was Fields' fault that he got a sack because he just had to get rid of the ball. He started running.
Was it though? I thought that was the one that Olu got. Olu just got beat. He did that swim move.
He could have got rid of the ball. He didn't get rid of the ball. He had plenty of time to get rid of the ball.
So Johnny, what do the Jets have to do in order to win this game?
Get 4 special teams touchdowns.
Yeah, that would help. Imagine that becomes our thing. It's it becomes a weekly routine.
Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
what's so funny is on like the broadcast, like whoever the announcer was, he was like the Jets haven't had like a return for a touchdown since like last December. I'm like, well, you make it sound like we've never had one, or it's been like 10 years. It's like most teams only get like one a year. Like it's not like a common thing. They made it sound like it was like this huge accomplishment, and I'm like,
Who was Hester?
Hessler, yeah.
Hester, bro, because of
Devin Hester.
because of his special teams ability, and he could switch the field and give him such great position. That's a big thing, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
that helped out Jay Cutler and all of them boys over there from that time. So I mean, I don't know, man. Look, just be competitive. That's pretty much is what I'm saying. Like, show everybody, because the narrative is, haha, look, you guys gave us freaking Drake May, and thanks Jets and all that. That's what's going on,
We also gave them Tom Brady.
you know. So
He's been sacked 35 times this year, right?
Has he?
Drake May.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
So
he's been sacked quite a bit. He fumbled quite a bit too.
So according to Stat News, the Jets are 10-17 on Thursdays all time.
That almost sounds like 10-7, which we can be.
Their last win, according to Stat News, is 2017 against the Buffalo Bills, 34-21.
that wasn't though. We didn't the Halloween game. I thought we won that game
We did.
last year.
Wait, that 2018, we lost that game, right? What? No, 2018. I'm thinking of the Fitzpatrick that color rush game when we got smoked by the Bills.
Yeah, we got destroyed.
That was the last. That wasn't that the last game of the season.
No.
What? I don't remember that game. Thursday night against the Bills, 2018,
November 2nd, 2017.
2017.
This is 17, according to the Stat
So
News.
that was McCowan.
Snow
I have no memory of that game whatsoever.
Snow Bizzle.
But Drake May has been sacked 34 times this year and has fumbled 6 times.
You know it. Armand, didn't we win last year Thursday night? I thought we did.
Yes, 100. That was. Hold on. Wait.
What's the Halloween game?
Wait a second here. Hold on. Where is it? Bear with me.
They probably did, Johnny. I'm going off of Stat News. What Stat News has.
Yeah.
Where is it? Do I not have it? Oh,
Just look up the Jets' schedule from last year.
That was this.
That was
the Texans game. Yes.
game.
Yeah, Thursday. That was Thursday night.
Yeah, we won because of my friend Grimace.
There you go. Grimace did it.
Everybody needs a friend Grimace in their life.
Yeah.
I had a Grimace thing too. I think Dan deleted it. This is the closest I have to it. It's not Grimace, but maybe.
Donatello.
Yeah. Maybe,
Hey.
right?
That's how the Jets.
You got one of those too now?
That's how the Jets fan base is gonna look like tomorrow if they win. Show it one more time, Liam.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the Jets fan base if we win tomorrow. Awesome.
If we win tomorrow, this is also the fan base.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Richard
God.
Todd.
You see those green glasses?
Yep.
What a difference, Armand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now that's a picture.
those hands.
He was awesome to talk with.
Yeah. He was
The
having
one thing,
fun.
so give you a story about that day. Nick Mangold was supposed to be there.
Oh,
Way to make it sad, Armand.
He tweets out that morning. I see it on my Twitter because
You're right.
just got back from a family vacation from Germany. So I get there, we start setting up. Joe goes, so many people here. I can't wait to meet them. Hopefully we could get a few of them. And he brought up Nick Mangold. And I go, Nick's not going to be here. Joe just looks at me. How the hell do you know Mangold's not going to be here? All the stuff and nonsense I said, he tweeted it out this morning. He's come back from a vacation.
I was excited to meet him too. I remember that.
That was like my guy I wanted to meet was Mangold. That would have been.
I really wanted Corbett. I'm so mad I had to leave early. I had to do a side job that day. That side job, it was a complete disaster too. Like I don't even think I finished. Like that. I had to like add like an outlet for a lady, and like the wire was like so bad.
You missed Sandler.
No, no. Me and you we went on the mission.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We were on the floor and he was upstairs. We were
Yeah.
trying to chase Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
Didn't work. Good times.
I got to meet him with Joe when Dan left.
I really wanted to meet Corbett.
Hey, Liam.
We were supposed to have Wayne on, but he got too busy and stuff. But he signed Joe Cat's jersey before he left.
Having Bruce Harper was cool too. That was cool.
He's a nice guy.
He's kind of shot. You know, he's getting old. His memory's not too sharp. Wow, look at you, Johnny. What are you on vacation?
I hope we get to do it again. I hope we get to do that again. Don't you, Liam?
Yeah, they were supposed to do it last year. Me and Dan were in contact, and they're just like not doing it for whatever reason. But Dan keeps saying that they're going to be back, so I don't know.
Who, the Jets?
No, that convention that convention we were at.
Jets are gonna be back.
Afram, are you taking the trip if they do it?
Well, all the way to Long Island? What are you, crazy?
What do you mean?
Come on, Afram, I drove there.
You guys can drive together.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah,
we'll play it by ear.
How far are you guys from each other?
5 minutes.
Yeah, hit next door.
I'm about 35 minutes away from you. 35, 40 minutes away from you.
Yeah.
So what are you, like 2 hours from Long Island about?
Where in Long Island was it?
It was at Hofstra.
Hofstra.
They used to practice there.
Yeah, no. It was a Hofstra. It was the school?
Yeah, Hempstead. Right by Nassau Coliseum.
So directions from my house is without traffic, it's 53 minutes.
Oh,
that's
without traffic.
Yeah.
So
that's leaving like I left like at 7:30 in the morning. I stopped for breakfast and then I just drove there. And I got there by like 8:15, 8:30.
Do you remember Dan came down and gave me his credential pass?
Yes.
And I just had to say I was Dan all day.
They spelled my name wrong on my credential. I gotta find it at someplace, but they spelled my name wrong.
Yeah, I didn't even have credentials. I had Dan's. It was a fun day.
Hey, can me and Afram and Snowball be the people that just carry random things around for no reason?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just in the background, just fumbling, doing weird stuff. Well, hey, why does that guy keep folding the same table?
Before we even knew Liam was there, I went out onto like before they were like letting people in when the line was out the door. We started our show. I go out because I'm on my phone and I'm trying to get people to come on. Nobody wants to come on. So I just start showing the view, like the baseball field and everything.
Do they do any card shows in Jersey or just in that area?
That one, I think, is just in that area. If they did it in New Jersey, I would try to find out and I would text Dan and I would tell him.
Afram just sweeping the same corner for the last like 3 hours.
The room's upside down.
For no reason.
Be falling asleep on the side over there.
Oh man,
it'll be an interesting game tomorrow.
I didn't even know about that, and then like we just so happened to have Dan and Joe on when me and Italy Jet were doing the show, and Joe just happened to mention. Otherwise, I would have had no idea. I thought he was messing with me because like I never know when he's being serious or not.
Shout out to Italy, man. I haven't seen him in a minute. Hope he's
I talked to him 2 days ago.
Oh, hey, tell him what up, man.
I sure will. He's just kind of done with the Jets.
Hey, Johnny, did you get to talk this morning on Boyd Green Show? Did you get my tweet?
I man.
So you're driving with your sunglasses.
I was driving into work because I actually had to go into the office today. I had a couple of meetings and a seminar, and I wanted to ask the question. My question was like, does it help that Garrett is not going to be there for Justin Fields? Because I have to admit, when Garrett is there, Fields is literally just zoning
Hold
on
on.
in Garrett.
So what you're doing essentially is just recycling questions for all the shows you go on.
No, that was the only show I went on. So that was the only show I went on. It didn't get answered.
So we were the first to answer it.
You were the only person to answer
You
it.
don't go on Let's Talk Jets? You should call into them, call into Asman, call into Nick Shine.
Dude, it's I try to and I can, bro, but I'm just like that times when they start coming on, either I'm asleep or I'm busy. Like I'm at work and I can't, I listen.
I'm glad that you make the time for us. I'm glad that you come on every week.
I mean, especially once Armand's on.
You know,
get to talk to a little bit about wrestling.
I don't follow. I saw John Cena won the championship the other night.
I was very happy that we got Dom versus Cena. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, shout out to Dom because Dom had to let that happen. And then my favorite part, that dude is walking in the back and he's like, "Where's my family? Where's the Judgment Day? Where are you, Finn?" I was dying. That dude.
Johnny boy, you want to know?
Ephraim, do you know what's going on with this?
No.
Wrestling?
Yeah.
No.
Armand,
I stopped watching that a while ago.
Yeah.
You know how we said it's going to be Dom and Ray? He retires him in San Diego at War Games.
Yeah.
I think that changes. I think Judgment Day kicks him out, and they cost him the match against Ray.
Oh.
Think about it.
Ray has to win that match, so regardless, right? You would think, or if they do it,
I think if they do the hair versus mask, then it's Ray's gonna win.
Yeah.
Is Triple H still managing the business?
Yes. Yeah.
Is Rey Mysterio retiring?
No. Well, there's rumors about it, but that he hasn't come out and officially said.
Yeah.
I feel like that, you know, him versus his son, if it's hair versus mask, he takes his mask off at the end and just like lays it in the mat and walk. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I was there when Undertaker retired on WrestleMania. It was like the coolest thing, bro, because he took his hat off, right?
Yeah.
He put it in the middle of the ring, and there was like fog coming everywhere and all that.
That's cool.
And he just walked, and all you heard was the bells.
Yeah.
So dope.
But I am gonna get ready to wrap this up. We're actually running out of space too. I gotta delete some old stuff. I have like an hour of space left. Otherwise, they're just gonna cut us out anyway. But all right, so I guess I'll go around the table. Ephraim, what are your score predictions for tomorrow night? You think the Jets are winning? What are you feeling?
28-10, New England.
All right, fair enough. Johnny?
42.
Oh,
like 42.
No, don't blame me. I don't blame you.
42-10, man.
Jets?
Unknown.
Refs.
Would we consider a tie a victory for the Jets?
Oh yeah,
it's not a loss.
Oh yeah, I consider that a major victory.
Oh yeah.
I said 27-17, but that 17 is you get a garbage time touchdown to make it 17. So like 27-10. I'm like, what happened? Just 1 point off.
I'm gonna say 24-24. Tie.
So if they stay close to them, I'm very happy.
Yeah. It's competitive, man. That's what I want. I just wanted them to be competitive. Like, they're the top dogs right now. The Patriots dogs. So
if they keep them under 30, I think that's a victory too.
Yeah, I think so too. But all right, gents, from Johnny Boy, thank you very much. Armand, thank you for being our backup co-host while Dan is busy.
Listen, it's the three of us. It's not even. I'm not backup no more. It's you, me, and Dan, and all our friends.
That's right. It's one big happy family here.
What you got on Friday, Johnny?
We're thinking. I don't know, man, because it's the game after. I think we're gonna do. Maybe we might. I don't even know. If I'm being honest with you, it might be.
Might be calling Zach from like.
Yeah, it might be therapy.
Yeah, maybe I'll call in.
Liam, you should, man.
You know what it is? I feel so bad because you call in every week and I don't return it. Friday nights are just not good.
Selfish. That's what it is.
It's very selfish of
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Rick, I'm the one that has to call in for us on Johnny White.
You represent us very well, though. You represent us very well.
Armand calls to yell at Johnny. Tell
He
him
does.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
If it's not me, I'm glad it's you.
That's it. He calls to say
But-
that's stupid. What you're saying is stupid. You know.
I'm
That's
going
what-
to. I'll try though. It's just like I said. It's really not good for us. But
Would you do it though?
would I call in?
No. Would you give it up for Joe Burrow?
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. See. Hey. Okay. Yep. It's a therapy session Friday. Win or lose.
All right. I'm gonna try to make it.
Yeah, and I think that's what we were kind
I'm
of.
going to prison for murder and murdering Jets fans like Liam that want to do that.
Look, I don't want to give up. Real quick, I know Liam, you're about to finish up. Okay, so my bad, Liam, but Armand and Afram, Liam, like I do not want to give up capital to jump up to pick a quarterback just to pick up the quarterback. Like, if the quarterback falls for us, cool, but if it doesn't, then pick the other needs that we're needing, man, and use those first for that. That whole like having that 5th year option stuff with the first rounders, I think that's a big deal, man. Especially if you're trying to turn stuff around.
It's too early.
It is.
Because these quarterbacks will change. All of a sudden, I guarantee you, Nussmeier becomes like number 2.
Yeah, Afram, thank you. Well, I said Mendoza's the flavor of the month.
But that's the thing. Like, people are willing to trade all of our stuff. Like, they're willing to trade all of the first rounders to get a quarterback, because it's not even if that is the quarterback to get. Do I like Mendoza? Yeah, I think Mendoza looks good. Am I sold on him? No, I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I think he has it.
Johnny boy just had to start this.
Yeah, I'm not getting deep into this tonight.
I'm just hoping that all these other teams are waiting for 2027, which would be perfect for us. Because then we can grab a quarterback later.
I'll say my answer next week.
Yes, tune in next week for more. If I go missing in that, in the meantime,
tune in Friday.
Armand.
The Jets Worldwide. Wide.
Tune in Friday to Jets Worldwide. Tomorrow night, go Jets. Let's try to find a way to get the victory. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, I didn't plug us, by the way. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Have a good one.
Quarterback, Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Just 14 that first time, now going long. They got a wide open man, and he makes the catch. It's Braylon Edwards taking off. Braylon Edwards will take it home for the touchdown. 80.
First down in San Diego territory at the 47-yard line. Big draw. And Pennington going for 6. Deep